Internet is full of truths, lies, and myths. Some good and some bad. But how do we determine which ones are actually true and which ones are false? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna be debunking some of the internet's biggest myths to prove to you guys that not everything you see on the internet is as true as it may seem. Have you ever wondered how every time you try to crack an egg for breakfast that there always ends up being an eggshell in there? Well, for this myth, we're gonna be dropping an egg from up high because they say if you drop an egg from higher up into a pan, that it cracks it perfectly every single time. So let's give it a try. We have our egg and we're gonna go from really up high and drop it. 3, 2, 1. That looks pretty good to me. Check that out. As you can see, I dropped the egg from that high up and it cracked it perfectly. There's no eggshell whatsoever inside of the pan. For this next one, we're in the laundry room. Now, I have a nice dinner that I'm supposed to be at tonight, and my shirt is covered in wrinkles. Now, of course, I could sit here and try and iron it out, but I don't have enough time because I'm running behind. So what else could I do? Well, I remember I saw on TikTok that if you take a couple ice cubes, throw your shirt in the dryer with the ice cubes, and then you put your dryer on high heat for just 5 minutes. Supposedly, it's supposed to take all the wrinkles out of it. So we're gonna leave this in here for 5 minutes and we'll come back and check on it. I'm back in the laundry room and it's been 5 minutes, and as you can tell, the ice is clearly melted. It does not sound like there's ice in here. So let's go ahead and check this. Right off the bat, there is wrinkles everywhere. This did not work at all. And my shirt's wet, so I don't really know what to do. Now I'm gonna look like a bum at my nice fancy dinner. Well, thanks to TikTok, this myth is a bust. Now, for this next myth, you're gonna need your old shower head. Preferably just use a plastic bag and a rubber band. But you're gonna need something to cover your shower head up with, a lemon and a little bit of vinegar. You ever noticed on your shower heads, you get all that nasty gunk built up all over it? Well, they say that if you cover it in vinegar and lemon, then it is supposed to corrode and clean all that corrosion off. So we're gonna take a little bit of our vinegar. Yep, that's vinegar. We're just gonna cover this entire thing with it. I think that's pretty covered. And then we're gonna take our lemon and we're gonna cut our lemon. Now I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of the juice in there to kind of activate it a little bit, and you're gonna set your lemon in there just like that, and then we're gonna let this sit for at least an hour, and we're gonna come back and check. So let's move on to our next myth in the meantime. Now, for this next myth, we're gonna need 2 books, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna intertwine the pages of these 2 books. They say when you do that and you try to pull them apart, it's almost near impossible to do. So let's give it a try. So just intertwine these books together, so now we're gonna attempt to pull them apart. Ready? 1, 2, oh my gosh, it's actually stuck. Oh, well, I don't think that was supposed to happen. So this time I've got them a lot more intertwined together, and we are going to try to pull them apart. Okay, this actually, I'm actually trying really hard here. Wait, let me get a different grip. Oh my gosh, this actually works. Holy crap. Somebody leave a comment down below how this even works, because how are these not coming apart? And then, holy crap. Okay, so that myth does work. Heck yeah, on to the next. So it's officially been about an hour since we last put our shower head in the mixture of lemon and vinegar. And let me tell you, I just rinsed it off. Look at the difference in this shower head. This myth definitely works. If you have a shower head that's all corroded and has nasty stuff on it, I suggest doing this so that way you're not putting your body and your hair through that nasty corroded water from your shower head. This myth, definitely a good one. I would definitely try it in the future. So let's move on to the next myth. This next myth, I'm actually in the bathroom, and you need a trash can and a bag. Now, if you've ever tried to put a trash bag in, notice all the air that gets stuck and it's not really tight to the can. Well, this one is supposed to help with that. Now, of course, I can't use my actual trash can because it is metal and I can't really drill a hole in my metal trash can, but I've got my small bathroom one. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I drilled a hole in here. I'm gonna put my bag in it. Also gonna need a vacuum for this, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your bag on there. As you can see, there's just a lot of air. I'm gonna go grab my vacuum and we're gonna test this out. I've got my vacuum and I've got my trash bag, or my trash can, and I'll let you guys watch. So let me know if the air starts coming out. Is it working? That didn't really work. However, I think if I had a bigger trash can and a bigger trash bag, then this might actually work. But since this is just a small bathroom one, I'm gonna say it does work, but it didn't work for me. So let's move on to the next one. We've all been to Taco Bell and we've all gotten those little cinnamon twists that are super good, just have the cinnamon sugar drizzled on top. Supposedly, according to TikTok, it's just twisty noodle. And all you have to do is take a couple of these, put them in oil and fry them for like a minute, put some cinnamon sugar on them, and it's supposed to taste the exact same. So I've actually got these, got some oil right here. So let's give it a try. We're gonna open up our noodles just like this, and we're just gonna take, we'll just do like a small handful like this, and we'll drop them in here. I guess you're supposed to wait like a minute. They're already doing something. Are they getting bigger? This one might not be true. I mean, The noodles are literally doing nothing. I've had my noodle in there for about a minute and nothing really happened. In fact, the noodle looks burnt. So I'm gonna say that this one was not true. On to the next one. Now, for this myth, you're gonna need some tape. And if you ever have a situation where you have a sticker or a price tag on something and you need to peel it off, as you can see here, leaving a residue. Now, they say if you take duct tape or clear tape like this and you put it on the actual sticker and you tear it off, it's supposed to cleanly tear the actual price tag off, and then you're gonna be left with none of the residue that you would if you try to peel it off yourself. You're gonna take a piece of tape just like this. Now, of course, I kind of messed it up because it tore, but we're just gonna take it and we're gonna put it right here on this section, right where the price tag is, and really, really get it on there and stick it so that way when you go to pull it, it doesn't all tear off without the price tag. So 1, 2, 3. It took off some of it, but there's definitely still stuff there. Hold on, let me try this again. I'm really gonna stick it on there just like this so that way it doesn't come off when we tear it. Just really get it in the groove. I'm gonna try to tear it again. This should come off if the myth is true. And it didn't work. It's kind of just peeling it a little bits off. So this myth, I would say, is a bust. I don't think it actually works. Now, for this next myth, you're gonna need a AAA battery as well as some aluminum foil. If you're ever in a situation where you need batteries for something like this remote, for example, it's 2 AA batteries. But what if I only had one and I needed my remote to work to turn my TV on? Well, just to show you guys, right now, this actually turns my TV on. So as we can see, my TV turns on and then power it off. However, what if I didn't have both my batteries? Well, I'm gonna take one out just like this and I'm gonna set it off to the side. Supposedly, if you take your AAA battery and some aluminum foil and you take your foil off and you're gonna wrap it up just like this, and with the space that's left in between the remote, you're gonna stuff your aluminum foil in there. Obviously, this is a lot more than what I need for this. As you can see, the aluminum foil is in there, filling up the space. I'm gonna take this and put it back on there. And all in one take, we're gonna rotate this around because supposedly when you take your remote and you try to power on your TV, it's supposed to work. Oh, it actually works. Okay, awesome. And as you can see, you have the aluminum foil in there. So this myth does in fact work. All you need is aluminum foil and a AAA battery or vice versa. So try it yourself. This next myth, we're gonna imagine a scenario where you're at a party and you just got a nice drink. However, the tab on top to open it just happened to be broke off and you're thirsty. Like you need a drink now or you're gonna die. But you remember, your friend who recently just picked up sniffing markers has loads of them. So you say, hey bro, let me borrow a marker. And lo and behold, he has a marker and he gives it to you. Now you're probably wondering, what am I gonna do with this next? But then you remember, you saw this myth on TikTok and all you need is a marker to open up your can. Now, how the heck is this even gonna work? Well, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the end of your marker and you're gonna rub it on the top part here where your can would normally open. And supposedly, if you do it fast enough and hard enough, pause, that it will pop open and your drink will now be drinkable. So let's give it a try. So we're gonna take it like this and we're gonna go across the top really fast. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, the myth worked. I just got this drink everywhere. Oh my gosh. Well, the myth, it works. Have you ever seen the videos where they use a tennis ball and they drill a hole in it and put it right up against the door here where that little keyhole is and they push it and it unlocks it? Well, I've got a tennis ball here with a hole in it, so we're gonna try it. So let's give it a go. First off, we of course have to lock the door. So that's locked. Then we take our tennis ball and we put it right up against the hole and you're supposed to push. Okay, well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but my door it's still locked. This myth was busted. It is a lie. So let's move on to the next one. This next myth is for those of you who struggle to get the top of a can open with your hands. A lot of people, they try and squeeze and twist, they can't get it open. Well, there's actually a trick for this. All you're gonna need is, of course, a can of your sauce or whatever you're trying to get open and a can opener. Now, if you can see on the can opener, there's this little tiny part here that is the point. You ever wonder, well, what is that for? Well, if you look on your can, there's indents in the lid. So you're gonna take that corner and you're gonna put it onto the indent just like this, and it's supposed to pop the can right open. So you can see I have it right on the indent and you're just supposed to peel it up. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but the can just opens. So ready? Easy peasy, just like that. So this one, and now I can literally twist my can and it doesn't close because I did that. So This one does in fact work. For this myth, you're gonna need room temperature water and chapstick. And they say that if you take your chapstick, and I've actually got peppermint chapstick just to make this even better, but they say if you take it and rub it on your neck, that it's supposed to make your room temperature water taste cold when you drink it. So I've got the chapstick all over my neck. Let's give this a shot. So room temperature water. Nope, this one does not work. This tastes like just normal temperature water. Yeah, this one, not a good myth. Bad myth. Don't try this. Fail.